This is Welcome to Electricity. This is a residential and commercial electricity program. So it's a 2-year program. You come in here, if you look in the background here, you'll see, well, you'll see the screen right now, but when we get to a certain point, I'll take the screen off and I'll show you the background in the room. And you actually will see students back in here working. Okay. This is just some of the things. It says, like, these are just some of the rules of both these. You can wear hats in my class. Hats aren't an issue. You'll get a student ID badge when you come in here. You guys will, we don't even need this. You'll get safety classes. This is something we don't need. Okay. All right. You'll come in here in the morning. So here's your schedule. You guys are going to come here in the morning. First year guys will come in the morning. You'll be here in the morning for about an hour and a half. Your bus will bring you up. So if you're first year student, you'll come in the morning. You'll be here for an hour and a half. You'll get on the bus. You'll head back to your home school for lunch. Maybe 2 hours you'll be here. You get here anywhere from 8:30 to 9. And by 10:40, the first bus is leaving to take you back to your home school. All right. That's where you take your academic classes. You'll receive 3 credits every year that you successfully pass your CTE class, totaling 6 credits for both years. So what that means is you guys have English, science, and math. I recommend do not give up any math until you're at least algebra to algebra 2. If you only get to algebra, that's fine, but algebra 2 would be great too. Geometry, algebra, any of that stuff. Math is a key thing for passing tests and different stuff in the electrical field. But let's say you want to drop math in your senior year, you'll get a credit up here for dropping math. So you'll get a math credit here, you'll get an English credit here if you drop English 1 year, and you'll get a science credit if you drop science. So you'll get your possibility of 3 credits per year up here. So that's 6 credits that you can get towards your 21 or 22 that you need for graduation. We wear safety glasses in the classroom most of the time when we're working, except for when we're sitting. These are some of the different classes that we have: auto body, auto tech, building futures, building trades, carpentry, electricity, engine mechanics, automotive services, heavy equipment, masonry, welding. These are some of our main courses up here. You come to the class and you decide it's not for you after a month or so, too, you can transfer to one of the other classes. But most of the time when you come here, everybody tends to stay in the class because they like it. This is a little bit of information about me. My name is Mr. Weiss. I went to electricity instructor here. I've been up here since 2008. I've been teaching here. I went to Broome Community College, which is SUNY Broome. I have 5 years in the local IBW apprenticeship, which is the electrical union. I had their apprenticeship. I did my 5 years in there. I completed my studies at SUNY Oswego to get my permanent teaching cert here. And I have over 20 years, probably 25 years in the electrical field, with the last 20 years as a member of the IBEW since 96. So in this class, some of the things you do, you work on bays. Everything you do in a residential home, you'll do in the bay. So I'll give you a project. You'll do a project in the bay. Well, you'll have your own electrical panel in the bay. You'll wire up the electrical panel. We'll turn it on, make sure it all works, test it. You do like a book work, like one day, maybe a day and a half a week here, and the rest of the time you're hands-on in the bay working. So your general book time is maybe, 1 full day's worth in a week, and then we'll test for that period of time, and then we're off in the bays working. You'll do electrical commercial work here. You'll get certified in a 10-hour OSHA certificate program. So I'll get you your 10-hour OSHA certification, which you'll come up here for 3 straight days. You'll participate in a national recognized apprenticeship program. You'll receive training in high and low voltage applications, including troubleshooting, new construction applications, multiple switching, blueprint reading, and meter use, and knowledge and application from the National Electrical Code. What's that? Like 9? No. Yeah. Non-traditional careers. This is a non-traditional career classroom. So there are men and women that take this class. They are employed in the occupation. So we have a girl in our class that's just graduating. She's going off to lineman school this year. We have another girl that's in our class. She might possibly go to lineman school. A lot of kids that come out of here end up going to lineman school, and it's big money. This is not like working at Walmart or McDonald's or one of those classes. This class is a professional trade. It's something that you're going to have the rest of your life, that you're going to make $100 an hour on, no matter what you do and who you're doing it for. When you graduate out of here, if you go to the union after 5 years in the union, the scale right now is like $72,000 a year, plus all your annuity, pensions, and benefits on top of it, which puts you over $100,000. It's like $107,000 a year after 5 years in the field. You're not getting that out of high school. So you're not getting that out of high school or out of college. You can do 4 years in college, but the chances of getting a $100,000 a year job after 4 years of college takes a while, and it's kind of slim. So, it used to be known as man's work, but it's now both. It's also really good to have a trade. Trades will never go away. You can take them with you anywhere in the country you want to go. You'll always have something. And let's say you took the class for 2 years and decide, I want to go to college and do something else, be a doctor, whatever you want to be. At least you have this to fall back on, and you can do all your own work in your own home. You don't have to pay anybody. And don't let family or friends discourage you from this. This is a career that's going to not cost you any student loan or any debt out there in the field. You'll go right to work, and you'll be making money from day one. You're supposed to, when you come to class, we have a dress code. Work boots, long pants, shirts, and sleeves are required. Clothing should not be loose fitting. Safety glasses will be provided and must be worn at all times in the shop. So you just wear your regular jeans. You'll have some work boots, t-shirt, or a sweatshirt, hoodie, and you'll pick up your own tools. We'll give you a few weeks, a month or so to get your own tools. We do have tools you can use here to work with until we get you some tools, until you get your own tools. Throughout the year, we meet with people who are working in the field. So I meet with people to find out what's going on in the trade, what's new in the field, new lighting and new applications, new switching. And then we incorporate that into class, and we stay up on technology to make sure we're staying up on technology. They're called trade committee meetings, where I'm kind of in with the union, where I talk to them. So they come up here. We have the military come up here. We have the National Guard come up here. We have different companies come up here and talk to you guys. Twice a year, you'll be given the work skills employability profile, documenting your skills, progress, and achievement in the class period. This can be used by the student for entry into post-secondary education training programs, military service, and or employment opportunities. So what that is it tells you, what kind of person you are. Are you here on time? Do you work well with people? Do you take initiative? Do you use your time sparingly? Like, do you make the best use of your time in classroom? What kind of quality work do you do on your projects? That type of different thing. So it's a profile that tells a lot about you. As you build your portfolio, you'll get one of these profiles that go into your portfolio along with the rest of your stuff, resume, and that type of thing for your graduation when you graduate. Like I said, there's integrated credits in here, math, science, and English, so that you can fit all your classrooms in at your home school. These you want to see your counselor with, talk to your counselor at what you can drop and what credit you can get here. But like I said, I would recommend that you at least try to get your algebra completed. Algebra 1 and 2 is great, with a little geography in there, or geometry, sorry. That's the ideal thing. And then, if you want to go farther, you can. Some kids even get to trig, but you don't have to go that far for this curriculum. And doesn't even mean, even if you don't do good in algebra, there's a lot of people that don't do great in algebra. Even if you don't do good, doesn't mean you can't go off in the electrical field. It just makes it easier for you as you're progressing through the electrical field if you have those backgrounds. These are some of the things you can expect in class. You come in, you might do a journal article review. You might do journaling each morning. So each morning you come in, if you get here at 8:45, we don't start class until about 9 o'clock, 9:10. You got 15 minutes of downtime. You can do a couple code questions that I'll give you a packet for every marking period. You do 1 or 2 a day, take you 5 minutes. You can do some math questions on a little math packet that we do. And you can also journal. You can write in a journal based on what you did for the day, or, what you did the day before. You have a math and a science projects we do here. We do a research project, and we do a senior project in your 2 years that you're here. So even if you're a senior next year, you still can come as a first year senior, because your first year is going to get you your most knowledge in this field before you go out in the field and go to work. These are some of the guys that come in. These are some of the guys that come in to class. This is Derek. He's putting in some outlets in a house. We build a house up here every 2 years out back. We build a house up on the hill, and then we go up on the hill and we wire the house and we trim the house out. This is Henry. He installed this motor control system. You see the motor down by his waist. Up by his elbow and by his ear, you'll see the 2 push button stations that have to be wired up along with this controller. And you'll see he put power to it. He's turning on the disconnect, and this disconnect powers the motor controller, which all gets wired up. And this is generally in your second year. This is Spencer. He actually come out of here and he went to SkillsUSA. He also went to Delhi and got his 2-year degree up there. He wanted to get his degree up there. He's off working for a company making quite a bit of money. He's doing really well. This is Jake Woodruff. You'll see him a lot on Facebook. He actually took a school bus and converted a school bus into a tiny house, and he actually lives in a school bus. It's got solar, it's got windows, it's got electricity, it's got a generator. It's a pretty cool setup. This is one of the girls that worked in the class. She is actually out in the field working. Just to give you an idea that there are girls that come to the class and work in the class too. SkillsUSA is a competition that I will select 2 or 3 of you to enter into. One is a teamwork competition, and 2 of you go to a electrical wiring competition. You'll go to Morrisville, the regionals. Whoever wins regionals of this classroom, of the 2 kids I send, will go on to states. The teamwork competition, you'll be teamed up with a plumber, you'll use an electrician, a plumber, a carpenter, and a mason, and you'll go off to Syracuse. You'll spend 3 days in there. You'll do 1 day in the competition. The rest of the time you'll be eating good food, 3 meals a day, and hanging out in a hot tub or swimming in the pool, chilling in your hotel room. So it's all paid for by Broome-Tioga BOCES. And if you win the state competition, which are against the top 25 kids in the state, generally in my competition, which we do win occasionally in the classroom, you'll go off to nationals, where it's an all expense week vacation in Louisville, Kentucky, where you'll compete against the top 52 kids in the state, in the country. And we take you to an amusement park. We eat at Dave and Buster's. We eat at all the different, we go out all the top places, and we eat steak and barbecue, and we have a good time. And the school pays for it all. They give you $300 in food spending money for 7 days. So that's like $50 a day, or 50 some dollars a day you get to spend just eating good food. There's a lot of people in the organization. When you go out to nationals, the National Guard there, DeWalt's there, the Army's there, the Navy's there, the Marine Corps is there, the Air Force is there, Milwaukee's there, DeWalt's there, everybody's there. It's a huge recognition for kids that do this. And there's college students out there competing as well, not competing against you so much, but competing in their own competition. The organization is designed to give you guys quality educational experiences in leadership, teamwork, citizenship, and character development, state, local, and national competitions, where you guys are going to, demonstrate your skills out there. There are a number of scholarships also available to all SkillsUSA members. There is an articulation agreement we do here between a college and the students, where you can receive college credits for classwork that they learn in the class. So you have to meet certain criteria to get the college credits. But what they are is, if you come out of here and you want to go to Delhi, I write you a letter of recommendation. You go out to Delhi and you get 4 credit hours, which means if you got to do 60 credits there, now you only have to do 56. So that eliminates 1 class that you have to take for taking this class. Fulton Montgomery is another one that we do stuff with, SUNY Canton, Alfred State, and Lincoln Tech. And you'll get your OSHA 10 card out of here, because I teach OSHA 10, an OSHA instructor. You'll get your OSHA 10 here, which is good for life. All employer are looking for it. NCCR, Hilti, and your ManLift certification you can get here also. These are some of the things you guys can do when you graduate: electrical worker, maintenance worker, electrical salesperson, cable company installer, or an electrical apprentice. When you're all done with these, with a little further education, you can become an electrician, because it's a 5-year program for an electrician, electrical engineer, and electronics technician. Guys, got any questions? Okay, if you look here in the picture, if you look in my video here, you picture, you can see kids in the back working. These are the bays that they work in. This is the electrical classroom shop. Turn on that switch over there on the wall, Nathan, that switch right there that works that sign. Let that sign kick on. You see the sign lights up back there, it flashes. That was wired by some of the students in this class in prior years. These are just some of the things that you guys can do. So if this class is something you're interested in, you want to get down to your school counselors and get it set right up and tell them, hey, I want to take the electrical class. This class closes fast and it gets a lot of people tied up in it. So and there's a waiting list if you don't get on the list. So if it's something you're interested in at the end of the day, you want to go jump on the list and get all set up for it. Okay, guys, have a good day, and hopefully we'll see you soon.